in honor of Type Soul's re-release, we're doing grade 0, all of the true Bankai in one video. So let's get straight into that. So first things first, you want to head to the mission board and just do a bunch of Hollow Quest missions over and over again until you hit about grade 3. Once you guys are grade 3, you want to go to the division board, and since I'm already in division, I just rejoined here. You want to start doing division duties, division quests, and they're really easy. Division 12 is the easiest one in my opinion, since it's just like a Osu Hollow Clicker minigame, if that makes sense. And I think another good one was Division 8, where you just go to Hueco Mundo and fight a wrong car NPCs, I'm pretty sure. And once you guys finish your division duties, you're going to keep doing mission board quests until you guys hit grade 2. Now once you guys hit grade 2, you can finally start meditating by clicking M on your keyboard, and when you meditate, it'll automatically kick you off of it. So make sure you guys are in a safe spot, and you want to meditate 3 different times for 5 minutes each. So total 15-minute process. And on your 4th meditation, you get sent into your Shikai boss fight. So good luck on that. You guys could also cheese the Shikai boss fight by dashing back and waiting for him to come over to you, and then criticaling as soon as he is there. But I decided not to do that since I think fighting him head on is more fun. And since this fight does take quite a while, I'm going to cut the footage and just skip to where I obtained my Shikai. Now that we beat our Shikai boss and got our Shikai, our next step on the agenda is to get Bankai. But to make Bankai slightly easier to get, we're getting Vizard first. And in order to get Vizard, we need 10 Hogyoku Fragments. And once you guys go ahead and get the 10 Hog Fragments and pop them, you guys can get the Vizard quest option and choose that. But if you guys don't know how to actually get the 10 Hog Frags, it's actually really simple. Every time you win a raid or lose, a loot box will spawn, and you guys can get 10 Hog Frags from there. Or you guys could go do ranked wins, or you guys could buy a Soulian bundle, new Soulian bundle. But that costs $4, so don't do that. But now that we have the Vizard quest, we need to actually finish it. In order to do that, we need to head over to Hueco Mundo and find our Vizard NPC, and we need to fight it. But this could take up to 30 minutes, since it took me around 30 minutes to an hour, I'm not gonna lie, which is quite frustrating. But if you're lucky enough, a player won't be fighting it like how mine was, and you'll just see it standing in the open, and you can go fight it yourself. Fighting it really isn't that hard, but the Vizard NPC just does have a lot of HP, and it's really tanky for some reason. But yeah, if you guys do end up not being able to grip your Vizard NPC like a player grips it, just rejoin the server over and over again and run around the map until you see it. If it's not there, just rejoin and repeat the process until you finally get lucky enough to fight your NPC, like how I did. As I said, the fight really isn't hard at all, just really tanky. But once you guys actually go ahead and beat the NPC and get Vizard, you want to get a thing called the True Hogyoku Fragment, since when you have this lesser form of Vizard that you get from completing the quest, it actually gives you a debuff instead of buffs. And you want to go ahead and get a True Hog, which you can also get from the same methods I told you how to get Hog Fragments. I'm going to go ahead and pop the True Hog to upgrade your Vizard form. However, you're not done upgrading Vizard, you're only one step closer. But in order to finish upgrading Vizard, you need to do one of 3 things. So you either need to win a raid with your mask on, your Vizard mask on. So you have to do damage to a player, and then you have to click K, and then do the pray that your team wins the raid. Or you have to kill your own faction 20 times, and I'm pretty sure they nerfed the requirement down to around 10 or something. Or you need to meditate and fight your Vizard NPC over and over again. And lucky enough, I got the Vizard NPC, since it's really not that hard. It's just like how you fought it the first time, but this time you know what you're dealing with, so it makes it really easy. And I think it's the best one because you can meditate anywhere. You don't have to go search for a player or wait until a raid starts. So lucky, yeah. Hopefully you guys also get the Vizard one, since I'm glad I got it on this slot at least. On my other ultimate account, I got the ranked ones. I mean, not the ranked ones, the raid ones. And it was really annoying to actually finish upgrading it. On the Trello, it says you need to finish doing this Vizard NPC around 15 times, but I actually only killed it 5 times, so yeah, they nerfed the requirements, so that's pretty awesome. Save you guys time and just focus on what's more important, like getting Bankai or something like that. And once you guys finally finish upgrading your Vizard, you'll get 3 buffs. You'll get 2 minor buffs and 1 superior buff. So, for example, you have an upgrade buff in speed and then damage, but then you will have a superior buff in HP, so you gain more health on popping the Vizard, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty cool since it's like a free health pack. Anyways, now that you guys finished getting Vizard and upgrading it, you can work on getting Bankai, so let's get into that. So Bankai progress actually starts right after you hit elite grade. If you guys didn't know that. You can talk to any NPC or nothing like that, but I got Vizard first since I think getting Vizard makes it 100 times easier. Anyways, let's get how to get Bankai. So Bankai actually has 3 different stages, and stage 1 is the hardest in my opinion. And there's 4 different methods on how to actually complete stage 1. So you have some pretty lenient with that. So you either get 7 clan wins, 16 2v2 wins, 13 KT raid wins, or 26 ranked 1v1 wins, which I personally think is the best option since, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nasty at the game. I'm pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And if you're pretty good at the game too, and you fight pretty bad opponents, then you go through it really fast, which is pretty cool. And you also get pretty good drops too, which is amazing. Like, you get progress done and good drops. What more can you ask for? Anyways, to check your progress on stage 1, you go talk to this NPC called V=Unrivaled, and if he says, "Go make me proud, little bro," that means you're ready to go to stage 2. So first things first, what you guys want to do is go ahead and kill yourself in Hueco Mundo when it spawns. And if you guys don't know, Bawa spawns about every single 40 minutes. And to know if you guys actually got credit from killing Bawa, your money will go up. And after killing the Bawa, you guys have to kill 50 hollows. Well, this is the order I do it. You have to kill 50 hollows, and then you have to get 10 player grips. So I'll be back when I get my last hollow kill, my last player kill. So as you can see, when I guys finally got my last hollow kill, and don't mind the lag, and when I get my last player kill, since we're on sword crew, we can check our progress by meditating and actually see how much progress we have based on dialogue. And depending on the dialogue, it's already if you're done or not. Also, I recommend you guys kill alt account like I'm doing here, or getting a friend to help you get 10 kills, since if you guys die once during this quest of killing that 1 world boss, 50 hollow kills, and 10 player grips that are elite grade, it will get reset. So it's the most tedious of the whole mission, of the whole stages, but it's really easy. And so, as you guys can see here, when I start meditating, I have to go talk to my bro, and my bro was like, "Hey, my Shikai bro," he's all like, "Hold on, hey man, you don't have to learn anymore from me." So then you want to head over to KT and go talk to Kyōka. And man, this is the most annoying part of the whole damn thing. So you want to click these swords, right? And it's completely random. And if you can see, I got the one right. Right here, you click this one, I got it wrong. But if you get it wrong, it tells you where it is, like by this marker right there. But it's really confusing. You guys have 3 tries to do this, by the way. If you mess up 3 times, you fail. So it's really annoying. But luckily, this one was also right. And I literally guessed, like a wild guess on this last one. And I got it wrong. So as you see, it's completely random. However, the one right here is correct since that's where the line led me to. But this took me 15 attempts. And if you guys fail, like how I did in the past, all you gotta go do is kill an opposite faction elite grade. So I kept killing my Quincy alt account. And once you guys are done doing the Kyōka mission, what you guys want to do is meditate and talk to your Shikai guy, and you have to fight your Bankai boss. I will say, there's a cheese on YouTube on how to actually beat your Bankai boss, I'm pretty sure. However, I never do the cheeses for the Bankai bosses because I like how fun it is. But it is really hard, I cannot lie to you. Like, in the beginning of this fight, I low-key did a lot of damage. And like, he didn't touch me once, but like, as soon as he touches you, you're basically dead. Like, the Bankai boss is so much damage. Luckily, my Bankai boss isn't too hard, but if you guys are running Flower, Flower is really hard, actually. I beat Benihime one time on alt account, and that one was really hard too. The old Benihime. I'm pretty sure with the rework it's even more hard. But I wish you guys good luck on that, and yeah, I'll see you guys after I beat this Bankai boss. I will say though, this Bankai boss fight is way easier with Vizard. That is why I recommended getting Vizard early on in the video, since it does help a ton. Since I did Bankai fights in the past, and like just the difficulty compared to right now and earlier is like crazy. Even though I locked in for this one, I beat it first try. It's still crazy enough. Anyways, the moment we've all been waiting for, it's time to get into how to get true Bankai. So let's get into that. So the first thing that you guys want to do is find this NPC called Cast J Ward. And his requirement to talk to him is having Bankai. But luckily we just got Bankai, so we can finally talk to him. And all he asks you to do is enter this portal. And this portal takes a place called the Highway. And the Highway is like this quest area that you have to do before you actually get to the Hell. And Hell is where you get your true Bankai. So first thing you want to do when you get to the Highway is click comma, find this NPC called Fearless, and start this quest. This quest is really simple. You can make it easier by turning your graphics mode down and turning shadows off. And all you gotta do is find crystals. I think the crystals amount you have to find is like 3 to 7, something like that. In my past few times I've done this, I've sometimes got on 3, 4, and the crystals are really hard to find sometimes. So that's why I sped this clip up, since I was struggling really bad. Can't lie to you. Not know my way around this place, even with the low graphics thing. It's really a annoying place to navigate. Everything looks the same. Also, most NPCs in here do not attack you besides like the rain cars or the Ajukas or whatever they're called. Depending on what race you are, there'll be a different NPC inside this place. Because on my hollow slot, there was a Sworper that was spawned out and try to fight you if you guys touch the white stuff on the floor. You'll like spawn the NPCs. Anyways, once you guys find all of the crystals, you'll go talk to the NPC again. And this time it'll be a game of hide and seek. And luckily, I found him really easy, but sometimes it'll be difficult since he blends into the terrain. And once you guys are done finding him, it can't take you all. You want to go find this place. It looks like it came out of deep open. But I also don't, as I said earlier, I don't know my way around this map. So I was struggling to find the place. And boom, right here, this little blocky thing right there, you want to enter it. You're going to keep going through until you find this frosty looking gate area. And it looks like a deep open layer 2. And you want to head up these steps, and you have to fight this boss called the Highway boss, I'm pretty sure. But I'd recommend to have your Bankai, so you guys could make this part easy. And since I died on this clip, I'll see you guys in the next clip when I actually beat him. As you guys see, I barely beat the boss, like on a sliver of HP. I didn't use my Bankai. I also found out that like I'm winning the boss does way more damage than actually using moves, which is pretty useful information for you guys. Since in my first attempt I was just spamming my abilities and I just thought, wait, what if it's M1? For some reason, M1 does a lot against bosses in this game. Same thing with the shatter ability I have. It's really weird. But anyways, time to move on to Hell to actually get a true Bankai now. Anyways, now that we're finally in Hell, we have to find this NPC called Tiger. He's gonna give us a quest to kill 120 Hell NPCs or 40 Ring 1 raid wins. I recommend doing the 120 NPC kills because it's way easier, it's way faster, and you don't have the time to do the 40 raid wins. That takes way too long. You have too much server hopping. Also, Hell has 3 different rings, and this is Hell's first ring. So to get out of Hell's first ring, you gotta complete this quest, and you have to beat a boss after that will be unlocked after you complete this quest. And I'll see you guys on my last NPC kill. After spending hours and hours trying to kill NPCs over and over again, I finally managed to kill my last one. And you guys can go ahead and check your progress at Tiger, and if it gives you this dialogue, that means you guys are ready to go ahead and talk to the NPC called 1, all at the top of the mountain, which is the boss fight starting NPC. And getting there is quite challenging, so guys, we're going to go ahead and follow this path I take here from Morpheus. And since the path is really long, I'm going to layer music over this and just speed up the video to make it faster for you guys. Once you guys finally get to the top, you guys want to go ahead and talk to the NPC right here, which will start the boss fight. But before you guys actually go ahead and start your boss fight, I'd recommend knocking a player and bringing him to the boss fight. So make sure he's out of your party and you guys are knocking, and make your friend or something climb all the way up to the mountain and talk to the NPC. And once you guys get teleported into the fight, you want to go ahead and drop your friend and wait from the regen to max HP, and he'll go ahead and kill the boss for you, since it's actually impossible to kill without doing this cheese method. And I'll cut to when he's dead, so I'll see you guys there. Once he's finally dead, you guys get a book fragment 2 and teleported to ring 2. So once you guys are in ring 2, you guys can go ahead and follow this path all the way down until you reach the crow boss. And the crow boss is really easy, he has no HP and you guys get infinite respawns, so I'll see you guys when he's dead. Once you finally kill the boss, you get a book fragment 3, which will appear in your inventory, but since I already got it, I was already in my inventory. And since the path there is kind of confusing without a tutorial, which I low-key watched, I'll make a tutorial for you guys right here and just speed up the video and put background music over it as well. Before you guys actually start the boss fight, you guys want to go ahead and make sure you guys do the cheese method, which is knocking yourself or a friend to you or your friend, and make sure you guys are out of party before you guys enter, or else the boss will target you. And once you guys actually start the boss fight, just make sure your friends is MB all and make sure he drops you, and hopefully you don't get hit by the boss so you guys can regen faster, but if you do, just wait the 60 seconds till you guys regen at max HP. And it's really simple as that, because this boss is really impossible to kill without doing this method, since he regens HP on every single kill and he just does way too much damage. So I'll see you guys when he's finally dead. Once the boss finally dies, you guys get another book fragment and a crack medallion. The crack medallion allows you to pop Bankai again, and once you guys finally kill the boss and watch its cutscene, you want to head to this NPC called Blair. Since Blair takes 10 years to get, I cut there since of footage time. And all Blair does is gives you true Shikai, which is a color change of your Shikai / res to Shrift based off your eye color, and does nothing else. And you guys want to talk to her again to head to ring 3. And now that you guys are in ring 3, we're going to go ahead and find this blue icy vortex looking thing and jump in it. Since my friend got there first, just TP me there. Once you guys are out of it, you want to go ahead and go over to this stone pillar over here and climb all the way to the top. And this is the fastest cheese method, unlike all the others, since you need to regen your HP. And this one, you just stay at full HP. All you guys do is make sure your friend leaves the party again and jump over this invisible barrier, kind of, and just invite him back right after you start the boss fight. Since, you know, no one wants to actually fight the boss, since it's actually impossible. But I'll see you guys when the boss is dead. Now that we beat the boss, it will give us the last book fragment we need for the quest line, and when you guys kill him, it'll also spawn you right outside of where you were before. Also, the person who killed the boss, cheese or not, cannot enter this portal, which is really stupid since it just makes it can't move at all, since ring 3 is really buggy. We tried to get my friend to TP the portal, but we couldn't, so me and my friend just went in the maze. Now that you're in the maze, you want to find this green portal thing which takes you to the library, which is like the second to final step to getting true. But since my footage for the maze is really confusing, I just cut to the green portal. But sticking to the left does help a lot. As you guys are in the library, you guys will have to solve the book puzzle and click it in order. So it starts with this one right under the stairs. And you guys want to head over from the spawn point and take a left and go down these flight of stairs. And click the one down here after solving its contents. And the contents of the book is really easy to deceive since you literally just find it in the title or like the first sentence, which I think is kind of funny. But from here, you guys want to head all the way back to where we just were and go up the stairs. Once you guys are finally up the stairs, you guys want to go ahead and talk to the first book you see upstairs, solve its mystery, and make sure to click it right away. And from the stairs, you guys want to go all the way down here and head back to spawn. Do not click this one right here that I went up to, or else it will make you reset and do everything. And you guys want to go, as I said, to the one next to spawn, click it, solve its contents, and then you guys want to head over back to this one right here, next to this NPC. And once you guys click on it, we'll give you a pop-up and give you a library gate, since the library gate is useful because you guys can craft stuff now. But we're not done yet. We still have one more last thing to go, and it is AFKing in hell for 25 hours. Well, 5 to 25 hours. But once you guys finally get the pop-up after AFKing from 5 to 25 hours, I forgot what it said since I was low-key AFK while I got the pop-up, but I heard it and ran back to my computer. But you guys are gonna go ahead and die to a player NPC and just get bell checked, and it's really simple as that. And once you guys finally die to the NPC, which takes quite a while since players have a lot of HP, yeah, sure to get your true Bankai and the badge. Well, it pops your Bankai first and then your true Bankai. I noticed the voiceover, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was screaming like while this was happening, but at the time of voiceovering, it is kind of late, and I just been irritated with this whole process since I think AFKing for 20 hours is quite excessive, since it's not even for the premium payouts program on Roblox, since they did get rid of that. Also, this is kind of a showcase right here, guys, of me using the moves on random players and NPCs. Just kind of toxic, but you know, I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, I'm gonna rate Kyōka true like 7.5, 8 out of 10, since, well, no, maybe a 9. I think it's kind of underrated, but the NPCs, like, when you counter, like, they spawn a little black box Hado 90 on them, and it does a lot of damage. And you guys get a cool cutscene, which I think is pretty cool. But the cutscene for popping your true actually isn't finished yet, and which makes no sense to me since the game was in development for 8 months, which I think is kind of funny that they still have a lot of bugs and unfinished stuff, and they just released it to us without like letting us know ahead of time. Well, they kind of did, but you know. But if you guys made it this far, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys all have a good day, and if you guys use this as a guide, I'm sorry that I got lazy at the end with the voiceover since it is quite late. And as I said, I've just been really irritated about this whole quest line, especially once I got to hell. Since, like, as soon as I found out you did AFK for 25 hours, it's just like, bro, you can't make this up type of deal. But, you know, if you guys want to, like, revive my Discord server, or yeah, just if you guys want to revive it, go ahead and click the link down below in my description or channel description. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and comment. You can like if you want to, potentially even subscribe for future uploads, since it's mostly gonna be PvP based. and builds, and yeah, I'm never getting true again. Actually, I might, since I heard that you guys need true, like Segunda, for true Bastard car, which makes sense honestly, but I don't know if I record it. I'll record a showcase, but I'm not gonna record the process since like it's just so irritating. And hopefully they change this in the future, guys. But as I said, you know, I hope you guys just like have fun if you guys true. Use this guide. And just don't lose in Colony games or any gamer like that, or Gaia, KT. But thank you guys for making it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. And this video did take quite a while to make. It's been like 10 days, I think, since the game came out. No, not 10 days, like actually like 2 weeks. No longer than 2 weeks since the game came out. But I just been stuck on like AFK since a bunch of the AFK methods got patched and they became jailable / bannable. We did them, which I think is kind of stupid. But just thank you guys again for so much making it this far. And hope you guys all have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever the time may be. And stay tuned for the rest of new content that will be coming. And hopefully the videos are shorter, since me personally, if you guys didn't skip this video, I'm very proud of you. But go ahead, smash like, sub, we'll do whatever, and see you guys next one.